Hey everybody, it's me, your local neighborhood outer space Doug person thing, man, dude. Hope y'all's doing good. It is a fantastic day outside here. We got a couple people in the chat. We got the Bunderdome, Ashen Jackal, Dave, Huge is here. Which, if you haven't seen his reviews of books, you need to go check them out. We've also got HG in here. What's up, HG? He says, "Oh, probably got the wrong Doug there, but that's okay. That's okay. That's all good. It's all good. It is. It's Happy Mother's Day. I hope you all told your mothers Happy Mother's Day, and if your mother's still around, go see her, give her a call, whatever. You know." the Bunnerdome says, "I saw your post. R.I.P. Hardee's." Yeah, our Hardee's had been closed for a while. The building was up for sale. It was a dump. The building was 1,000,000 years old, and the place was dirty, and whoever owned it didn't care. But they're building a Taco Bell in its space. I like Taco Bell better, so it's okay. So I'm ready to gain about 20 more pounds and have a heart attack and die. So there we go. So I got a couple things I want to look at real quick. I didn't stream yesterday. I started back to work Friday night, and so like all day yesterday I was half asleep, and then today I fell asleep in the chair, and I was like, I'm going to get on here and stream before I go back to sleep. It's just been rough trying to adjust back to this schedule because I got used to sleeping every night. But anyways, let's see if this works. Oh, it does. I've got it set up backwards. I've got the wrong monitor turned on. Let me resize it so that I'm not in that. There we go. So here's a couple books I wanted to just point out because that's what I do. People I like and friends, I try to promote their books, and I want people to go check their stuff out because these are good people that have all been good to me, and I want to try my best and be good back to them. But we've got The Death Ray of Dr. Vindictus by Dr. Laura and Serena Sketches. This is a really cool Golden Age style book, and go check it out. You can find it on Indiegogo. I'm not going to drop any links today, but we'll talk about it. You can find it. See, there's Doug Tenaple there. But this is a really cool looking book. Go and check it out. Very, very cool. Then we've got Secret Comics Presents by Nasser. He's got 2 days left. He needs some love. I don't know if... hopefully he will relaunch this if he doesn't hit it. I just think it was a bad time, maybe with all the stuff going on. So... I want to see this succeed. I don't know if it will this time, but I hope he doesn't give up. I hope he comes right back and starts over again. He's a good dude. Then we got Larry Holder, who is another good dude. I like him a lot. He's a good guy. He's got Of Time and Space, The Lunar Rise. He relaunched. He's got 12 days left. 16%. Go show Larry some love, and that's the one thing. If these guys don't hit this, I don't want them to quit. I want them to come back. You need to let them know that you're still going to support them, even if they don't make their goals. Then we got Saving the World #2 by Tonic Mole on Kickstarter. He has got $820 of his $500 goal with 20 days left, so he's doing good. Really tickled to death to see that. I really enjoyed issue 1. Can't wait to get my copy of this one. Then, of course, we've got Eric Hawkins' Zombiful World of Oz #2. Issue 1's one of my favorite things I've read in a while, and so really glad to see him doing so well. He's got 99 backers, $3,211 of a $1,500 goal, so he's, more than double. And then he's unlocked his 3rd stretch goal. So I'm really glad to see him doing this well. If you can, go show those guys some love. Share their projects. Let them know they've got your support. Even if it's just you sharing the books, it means a lot. And yeah, let's catch up here in the chat. HG says, reading that sweet early Stan Lee run of Doctor Strange, great stuff. Yeah, man. I love that, like, 60s, that book. And what else? I don't know who wrote this then, but that book, and then oh man, I don't know why I can't remember. My mind's going blank. Nick Fury. Those two, like the 60s and 70s stuff, are so psychedelic at times. I love it. I need to go back and read those Stan Lee, Doctor Strange stuff. I bet they're awesome. Bunderdome says, how's Axel holding up? He is not holding up very well. Friday night when I went back to work, he peed in the floor. And then last night when I went to work, I left his bedroom door in here open. And he's went in there and tore the curtains and the shade down. The panel and all scratched up. He tore like one of the window panes, the face on it, tore it off. I mean, it's just a mess. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Just don't know. We got Sam in here. He says, hey guys, what's up, Sam? Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Well, Ashton, I don't know what to say, but if you ever get the chance, if you have to, send your mother a card in the mail or something. She's still your mom. There's a bond there no matter what. I know sometimes things get weird with family and stuff. It happens. It's happened to my family, but still there's a bond there, and if you can, don't let it go. Got Gotham Knight in here, says, dang it, 6 minutes late. You didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. Says, the power's been out. Storm moves here. The storm comes through before the power. Well, that is weird, buddy. But it's nice to see you in here. Oh, Huge says, art looks great in Nosser's book. It does look great. It's really, really good looking. HG says, Doug put the links in the chat. Usually I do, but I just didn't feel like it today. I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll put them in the description. Sorry, I am just wiped out. Like I said, I'm not used to. I've had all month to sleep at night. Now I'm supposed to be sleeping during the day, and it's got me all messed up. Got Zippy the Unicorn in chat. What's up, Zippy? Hope you're doing good today. Ashton says, I forgot my dog outside last night. Poor guy used his time to dig a nice big hole. Axel, I'll put him outside sometimes. He likes to just chill outside, and I'll put him out here, and he dug a bunch of big holes there on the porch, or right off the porch. And I stepped in one the other day and just about fell and killed myself. It was pretty rough. CP says, hey Doug, what are you doing today for your dear old mother? Went yesterday and we hung out and had pizza and just had a good time. Today's Sunday, so her and Dad going to church, and I was going to go to church this morning but fell asleep, missed it. So I hung out. I went up there and visited with her for a little bit. I go see Mom every day anyway, but got Vicky in here. What's up, Vicky? I hope you're doing good. Yeah. So I hope everybody's doing good. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly here. Just a little chilly, but it's nice. Me and Axel just come in a few minutes ago from being outside. Went out to the mobile compound and was bringing in some stuff. The way that it's set up, I don't know if some of you've seen the pictures of the inside or not. I've got a bench that folds down into a bed, which is like the worst sleeping bed of all time. It's like sleeping like on a concrete floor, and it's ruined my back. But anyways, underneath for storage, I bought some of those big Tupperware containers, like the big ones. And so I put my clean clothes in one and slide it under. I put all my bed stuff in another one. And then I've got one that I can put my dirty clothes in. So, when I go and take a shower, I take the dirty clothes and throw them in there. And I had a whole tub of clean clothes I had to carry in. But it's pretty cool. I got to do something about that bench, though, man. It killed me. My back is still screwed up. If I get up too quick or turn the wrong way, I get like shooting pain through my back. It just about kills me. Yeah, Zippy, I started back to work Friday night at midnight, which is technically Saturday morning. And it's been, last 2 days have been awesome at work. But, it's just hard for me getting used to being awake at night and asleep during the day. I've been napping on and off all day, and yesterday I didn't stream because I'm doing the same thing. Butterdome says Vicky was on Lorenzo's channel. It was 2 hours of pure comedy gold. McCheese almost died laughing at nonsense. There is going to be Lorenzo McCheese PI. You guys don't even know, but it's going to be so great. If you like listening to Lorenzo just go off and McCheese riff off that and laugh at that, you're going to love Lorenzo McCheese PI. It's going to be so good. So good. Yeah, I was going to get on the stream with him the other day, but I think that was when I was still gone. Lorenzo is good. He's good people. I like Lorenzo a lot. Good people. Now we got Pickles in here. What's up, Pickles? I talked to Pickles a little this morning. Him and Shabby's been working really hard on their vestry book, and it looks really good. I'm really excited about it. Pickles is excited. Shabby is excited. So, I can't wait till they get their campaign ready. I think he said they should be ready about the end of June. And we're going to get that book out there. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to dig it. If you like fantasy stuff, if you like Conan, and like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, you'll love Vestry. It's really, really cool. They've got a whole little world that they're building. Yeah, I really dig it. I dig it. Yeah. Tomorrow is Macho Monday, so I might have to do... Oh, somebody sent me a clip, so I don't even have to do any research. I can just play me a clip tomorrow without having to look it up. I like that. I like it when other people does my work for me. Ever since I come back, my sinuses have been killing me. I don't know what it is about this. I love Tennessee. I absolutely love it here. But man, it kills me sometimes. I need to go get some. Everybody always tells me to go get the local honey and take me a big spoonful. Says that'll help a lot, but I never do it. I don't do things. That's how I roll. I don't do nothing. I don't know if I told you guys or not. We're really close on Legends of the Lone Wolf. The guy sent me his rescanned art, and he sent me one page and asked me if it looked okay, and we checked the size on it, and I believe it's the right size. So the only thing is we got to re-letter it now. So I made a post on Twitter, and pretty much, I said that I appreciate everybody who's been patient and been kind, because this is a hobby for me, and I'm still learning. I've learned a lot on this book, and it's taken a lot of work. Learned a lot of stuff, and this will never happen again. Also learned that I'm not ever doing anything that's not completely finished. So I appreciate you all. It's been really cool and really nice, and helped me out. Especially old Skinny. He's not even here, but that dude, guys don't even know how awesome Skinny is. You might just see him. Yeah, they contacted me, and I told them you was helping me. I apologize for it taking so long. Because when I messaged him, I thought we was close to being ready to go. And boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong on that. But yeah, I messaged them back. They're really good people, it seems like, and I apologized several times. I'm just hoping this guy, and it's not his fault. He was one that come in late anyways, and we got the add-on pages. And when he scanned them in, he just scanned them in as quick as he could and went on. And now he's an essential worker, and he lives in one of those states that's not as awesome as my state. So he's been having to work a lot of overtime, and I understand. Like I've tried to say in a lot of the updates, a lot of us are regular people, and we have things that come up. We don't have 24 hours a day to work on art and stuff. It's like after we spend all day working and spend a little bit of time doing our responsibility stuff, we get to work on our artistic things. And so I really appreciate you guys being able to support me and make this kind of stuff happen. And in turn, I will take what I've learned and try to make the best book possible. And we'll do way better from here on out. The future looks good. It's just getting past the hard times. It says, what tips can you or anyone give about writing comics? Anyone can DM on Twitter at Zippy the Unicorn. I don't know if I'm the best to be giving any tips. I just kind of stumbled into this whole thing. I look at it from a songwriting approach. HG says, what's API? API is the printer that I'm using. I could have printed with Mix'em, who I usually print with, and they would have just printed the files, and the book would have looked like poop. Because it was the right file type and all this stuff, but it wasn't. It just didn't look good. And I got really lucky that Tim is nice enough to help, and been helping us. He's the one that told us about converting it to CMYK so that the colors look right, and he's the one who pointed out that some of the artwork looked like poop when we stretched it out to print size. So, he's been a big help, and that's what a lot of this thing should be, is people helping each other and people encouraging indie creators. There's so many people. It's so easy to tear people apart, and that's what some people want to do. they want to make up crap or just tear down people who's trying to do something because they can't do anything themselves. And they're ready to turn on anybody at the drop of a hat. I could give you some tips, but I mean, I don't know. Like Vicky was telling you about a stream there, Pocket Jack's writer stream. I always approached like when I write a story, I write it a lot like a song. Most of my songs tell a story. You definitely, I'm getting messages on there. You definitely want to plan it out. Casty says you have to draw out thumbnails of the page. I don't draw out thumbnails. I just write the description. That's when you get to the script part. Most of the times I write an outline. I write the story. I write the beginning, what I want to happen. I write the middle, and I write the end. And that way, if I want to add anything, I can insert things here and there. Ash and Jackal's completely right. But the thing is also, Ash and Jackal, when you need to make sure that you're CMYK, not RGB, and you need to make sure to use a good template so that all your text doesn't get cut off. But you are right there. It needs to be 600 DPI and a TIFF file. That's the highest quality you can get. If you ever want to talk about it sometime, Evan Hotep says, can we distinguish criticism from tearing people down? Well, I mean, there's fine. Most people doing reviews, that's criticism. I'm talking about people who just want to make streams and talk about how this guy said this on Twitter, or this person did this, or this book is super late, or just whatever, and they want to complain about every little thing, without taking into consideration that these are indie books and these aren't professionals, and most of these people have day jobs. That's what I'm talking about. It's not even criticism. This is, just people just being jerks just for the heck of it. Butterdome says, do you like Dio? I like Dio. Dio was pretty good. I actually liked Dio when he was in Rainbow. The man on the silver mountain. That's what I like. But yeah, Zip, if you want to talk about writing sometime, maybe you can just come on here and we can talk about it. Get a couple of people to... Yeah, I agree there, Evan. Who cares about them? I try not to, but you know how it is. That's all some people can do. Criticism's good because it helps you learn. And I've tried to... One thing, too, if you... you get took down a couple notches, you can make fun of people being late and all this stuff, but until you've ever run a project, it'll humble you some when all these little things start coming against you, and it's a learning experience, and I've had to be humbled. I got my first book, did pretty good on it, but man, this second book has completely destroyed me, and it's took me down a few notches and made me more, what's the word I'm looking for? Have more empathy to these other creators and understand what they're going through, especially when there's nobody to help them. It's real easy to tear down these guys who, when nobody's helping them, they're trying to figure this out on their own. And I'm going to try not to be that way. Try to help anybody who needs help. Huge says he likes Rainbow. Yeah, Rainbow was awesome. Rainbow was really good. But yeah, Zip, if you want to come on one day, we can talk about writing some stuff. I keep I keep jumping back and forth. I know I'm reading the chat here, but like when I write, like I said, I write it like a song, and most of my songs tell a story. And before I ever script, I write out beginning, middle, and end. If I need to, so that way, if I need to change something, I can put something in here, and then I can change the rest of it, whatever. And I usually get the outline where I want it before I ever script. And a lot of times, maybe some of the, if I've got lines in my head that I want, I'll write them in the outline. But most of the time, most of my dialogue is not done until I start doing the script. Evan says, I have no empathy for them, but I hold no grudge against them at the same time. That makes sense. I don't I don't get mad about it anymore. If somebody's late, there's only one person I think should be ashamed of their book being late, and that's Red Rooster, because if there's a copy at Walmart before Backers ever got theirs, and that's a whole different story. But as far as having any ill will towards anybody, I just don't care anymore. Things happen, and if they, as long as everybody's honest, or at least gives an update every month, I'm cool with it. Huge says, I'd love to see your outlines after I read the book. I don't know if you would or not. Sometimes they can be a mess. I've got an outline. It's not in here. I guess it's in the car. At work, I'll get a piece of paper, and I've actually got a 15-page story. I think it's about 15 page. That when I kind of divvied it out in my head, I think it'd be about 15 pages. But I wrote a outline for a lone wolf story at work one night. But my outlines can kind of be a mess. You're right, Evan. Live and learn. That's how you gotta learn from your mistakes and everything. You gotta own them. I'd rather be honest about, hey, I messed all this up than make up a bunch of baloney. Dave says that chicken really laid an egg. Yeah, I reckon it did. But it'll come. What is it they say? It'll come home to roost or whatever. Whatever. They can do whatever they want to. I don't think starting a comic book company this day and age is anything that you do if you just want to make a bunch of money. It don't seem like comic books is where all the money is, but what do I know? What do I know? Yeah, it's kind of lame. I mean, I really liked what I heard about the story originally, and I liked Mark, and I thought, hey, I'll back this, and I backed it, and then all that crap happened, and I got my money back. Pretty much anymore, and I don't mean this towards anybody bad, but like I was telling somebody was dropping random things in the chat, I don't promote stuff anymore without going and checking the people out and stuff like that. And I don't know, maybe it's a bad way to be, but I've had too many of these people bite me in the butt. Be like, well, I wouldn't even look at this if it hadn't been for you, Doug. And I don't, there's quite a few really good looking books out there I've been thinking about backing, but like I said, I don't have any money right now, and I'm kind of checking some of these people out. Not that I think everybody's bad and I have to do a background check or anything. I just would like to know where they stand on stuff a little bit. And that's in another thing is kind of stupid too. I should be able to separate the art from the artist. Yeah. The Butterdome says Mark's script was altered without his consent. He doesn't care any about it anymore, I'm sure. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like when everybody got the digitals and they was talking about, and Mark was talking about how it was changed. I was like, well, glad I didn't stick with that one. I don't know about the 2 year wait on it either, but like most of the stuff, if they just said, "Hey, we're doing this and it's late and we're trying to do this, we're trying to do this," I could be more understanding. I don't like this cloak and dagger stuff, you know. Yeah, they are. Some people are not good people. My biggest concern at this point, though, I think, is I just want to know if the books are done. I don't think I really like. I know Doug TenNapel will finish his books, but most books, I think I'd rather just wait till they're done, and I want to look and see if the people um, are reliable people, if they delivered something before. You know, I'm not really into taking chances anymore. Back too many books that people still haven't got, but I got refunds on them. Uh, I'm just not into it. Yeah, and talking about harassing people and such. It's so stupid that indie comics has got to the point where you have to kind of watch out for who you back because they could weaponize it against you. It's ridiculous. Uh, I just don't even know. I've got tons of people's info from that back, Lone Wolf and Legends Lone Wolf, and I've got the access to the Napalm Brothers stuff. But I mean, who cares? To me, it's just an address I got to send stuff to. I just don't. I don't get the fighting, and I don't get the drama. I've been thinking a lot about a lot of this stuff, and this is the conclusion I've come to on a lot of it. And I usually don't like talking about this, but this is not about specific drama. This is just I think Ethan Van Sciver puts on a show. I think to him it's pro wrestling. I think that a lot of this stuff he just does it for a reaction to see everybody carry on and do all this stuff, beat those people under the bus because he thinks it's funny. Um, I mean, I think it's all. I think to him it's all a big joke, and nothing of it's serious, and none of it has any repercussions because it's on the internet. Because like when he did the video about the coins, he come on with a top hat and all this stuff. He's like blah 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 blah, and then just like wrestling, you've got the people down here who think it's completely real, that all of it's real, which the harassment stuff is real and should have real repercussions. But you've got all these people down here who take everything he says as some kind of gospel and not the complete and utter ridiculous uh, entertainment he's trying to deliver, and they've turned it into some kind of weird thing. Uh, I don't know. It's just completely and utter ridiculous. I think it's all show, bunch of nonsense. I do think he's throwing people under the bus. You gotta look at pro wrestling, internet blood sports, and internet drama. He's weaponized all that to make. He's not weaponized it, but he's used it to make money. Uh, it's about making money. His comic book is not about the comic book. It's just a piece that you can buy because you like his show. You're like, oh, I like this guy's show. I'm gonna give him some money, and you buy the book. That's what it is. But let's see what the chat's saying. Thunderdome says Hut was reading comments as recent as 3 days ago from folks say they'll never back crowdfunded books anymore. The bigger guys screw up trickles down to the hobbyists. It's infuriating. Yeah, I think I think though that the people who are coming for these bigger guys, I don't think they would have stuck around for the hobbyists and the smaller guys either. It's just like poor Mike Miller. You know, he thinks that Todd McFarlane getting all these people to come to Kickstarter to back his toy will get people looking into comic books to back on there. People aren't there for comic books. They're there for Todd McFarlane. They're there to buy a toy. The comic book is an afterthought on that. It will not bring any other people. Now, like with the whole Comicsgate thing, um, you know, it's about big creators uh, pushing these books. People want Ethan's book, Red Rooster, all those guys because they worked at Marvel. You know, they were professionals. These other books is just trickle down stuff. But the thing is, the people that are like back things like Red Rooster and stuff and never coming back, they're I don't think they're looking for anything outside of these people's books anyways. I don't know, even had they got Red Rooster, would they have looked into another book later down the line, or would they only have been buying Mitch's books? You know what I'm saying? Huge says, me too, Doug. I backed Airboy for a lot of money and the guy won't email me back. It's a bummer. Yeah. Evan says, I'm not backing anything, but if I were, I'd want to see that they have the books in hand before I spend any money on anyone. Yeah, that's where I'm at now as far as making my books. Like with Napalm Brothers, which is Six's book, he had it completely done before he ever went to launch. That's what I'm going to do with all my stuff from now on. Actually, I'm honestly thinking that I'm going to do 12-page black and white issues. I'm going to lay out the rest of my story, divide it up into 12-page parts, like the Golden Age stuff. Like me and my artists were talking about. That's how they did it back in the day. I'm going to lay it out in 12-page stories, black and white. I can sell them. You know, I can probably print them super cheap. I'm only going to print a limited number that I can pay for out of pocket and sell those. And after the whole lot is done, then I may crowdfund. I don't know. Crowdfund to raise the money to print it in one collection. But see, the artwork, everything will already be done at that point. But the crowdfunding will be to print it on the collection. That's just my idea. That's what I'm shooting for anyways. Vicky says there are too many people out there who deliver for me to waste time on people who don't. Exactly. And even, like, as far as late books go, like, I've got Hero, Sportman, something else that are late. But those guys are constantly sending updates. And the Hero guys they've always got artwork to post or whatever, showing you, hey, you know, we're getting the book done. It's taking longer than we thought because it's a lot of work. But as long as they're showing me they're working on the project, I'm happy. Let's see. Yeah, Casty Blonde said, getting away from it. This is all show business, not comic business. That's right. Yeah, pretending to be an edgy version of Image. You got that right. It's all just pretend. But some of it, the thing is, some people have took it way too far. Some people who are really, really dumb have took it way too far and caused trouble. Vicky says everything you need to know about mob psychology you can learn from Vince McMahon. You are exactly right. And if you compare that to kind of what goes on with that whole little comic book movement, it's so pro wrestling. It's not even funny. Zippy says, Doug, let's start. Well, I don't know if any Yeah, you should have DM'd me if we're going to start a war. I need to start a war with Matt Krotz anyways because he got Burt Reynolds and Tom Selleck confused, and I will not stand for that. Down with Krotz. Sam says Todd is the closest thing to a superstar when it comes to crowdfunding comics. Brian Polito as well. That's exactly right. Yeah, the Bunny Dome says they would have only if the bigger guys told them to look at the little guys' celebrity worship. One thing I've always said that should have been going on if these guys would have done it is they crowdfunded and made all this money. So if they wanted to make more money or start a business, they should have looked at these other guys. They should have who are making comics and took them under their wing and said, "Hey, you finish your comic, I'll run the campaign, I'll get the book printed, all this stuff. We'll split the money. You'll be on my under my imprint, whatever. Can you imagine how many indie books it have sold had EVS actually done all caps instead of it just being a thing on his Cyberfrog book? It would be huge. Well, it would have been. Now everything's kind of going boo. Let's see. And Igthus says now that Pocket Jack's comics, now that he owns that, there's two Comics Gate, which is like two NWOs, OG NWO and Wolfpack, which is under WCW, man. It's kind of the way it is. I mean, this is the thing about Preston. The dude, it's free promotion for him just to show you what's going on. People like to see the drama and stuff like that. The thing is he doesn't really generate any drama. He just shows you the drama. And he monetizes it, which is smart. I don't really want to... that's not for me. This, for me, is a hobby that I like. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars. It's just like when I do music. I can record a whole album full of music. And if 3 people listen to it, that's cool. 3 people listen to something I created. I feel the same way about making comics. If lots of people read it, that's cool. I'm tickled to death. But if they don't, as long as I got it out there, as long as I have a copy in my hands, I'm happy. I don't know if people say they understand that, but then I don't know if they do or not. It's like they're always looking for some way to sell out and go beyond and stuff like that. And if things grow, if I make more friends and we do stuff like that and it's natural, that's cool, but I'm not looking to jump into anything. That's one reason I moved away from Comicsgate. It didn't really line up with me. I wasn't into the whole group thing. I just want to do my own thing. And, a lot of you guys, I've been in DM groups and stuff like that and I've left and everything, and it's nothing against y'all. I got to do my own thing. I do my thing my way, and if you like it, that's cool, and if you don't, then just leave me alone, because harassing me and calling me names is just going to get you blocked. Pickles, you're a good dude. HG says Todd almost raised $3.5 million. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, Ashton says you're gonna love indie creators. You start another campaign without having fulfilled their first. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. I got accused of doing that with Six's book, but that wasn't my book. There's a big reason why I haven't started anything besides Legends. I got a couple little irons in the fire. I got stuff going on, but until I fulfill that book, nothing else, none of my other projects are going to be out there. I'm not going to try to sell something new or crowdfund something new until that's done. I think that's kind of shady. Huge says, I got back into comics because of Zach. When I was a kid, I got comics from 7-Eleven. And the direct market killed comics when I was a kid, and the comic shop was... Yeah, man. Comic shops... I hate going to a comic shop and getting, like, the attitude. I've had it happen a bunch of times. The closest one to me is actually pretty cool. The guy's really nice. He's really friendly. But I've been to comic book shops where the guy running it's there with his buddies, and it's a bunch of nerds, and they look like they don't like you in there, and you're interrupting their day. They're trying to talk about Magic the Gathering or something, and it's just weird. I don't like that. Dave says, you mean invest in a dedicated printer and international distribution hubs? Oh, it's alright, buddy. I can't read. I don't got my glasses on. I was wearing my glasses earlier. I took them off when I started falling asleep because I didn't want to roll over and smash my glasses. But yeah, as far as the pro wrestling drama on both sides, I'm not really into it anymore. You know, if everybody wants to make fun and do all that stuff, that's fine. You do what you want to do. I don't want to spend time on it. I got other stuff to do. Real life is pretty weird right now, so I've been trying to spend time with my family and do stuff like that. I don't understand doing hour-long live streams where you whine and complain about some guy who you gave money to and he hurt your feel-goods. Ashton says, I'd rather fail on my own merits than succeed but owe a group forever. That's right, buddy. You know, you got to do it. You got to do it on your own. That way you know that you've actually done something. And whenever you get your book going, dude, we'll get on here and talk, and I'll promote the crap out of you. You've always been really good to me, and I appreciate you, man. I do. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, I need to get Eric Hawkins on here. I need to talk to Eric Hawkins about his book. It's been real lazy lately. Zippy, you nut. You nut. Oh. I know this stream's been a little random, but I just like to get on here and talk about things that that are just kind of weighing on me a little bit. And I try to do the best I can. I mean, I got called a grifter and all this crap and told that I was a terrible person and everything. But I want to continue to create things, and I don't want to let people down, because I want to be able to make something that you like, and I want to be able to continue to do that. And I'm still learning. I'm just a hobbyist. I don't have any experience in making comics other than what I've made. It's not like I've done a million of them. No, it's cool, Tim. Tim says he's a slave driver working on theme songs. You're not bad at all, man. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know. Like when the first couple times, it was like I was in the zone and I got them, and I think I kind of I got in my own head, and I'm like, oh, it's got to be this. I've got to do this, and I got stuck. Being stuck, you know how it is. Got in my own head and psyched myself out. I was actually, as soon as I get done here, going to work on it a little bit. Zippy says, what if Grifter is my Christian name? It could be. What if your name is Bill Grifter? Bill Grifter. I'm actually thinking we'll talk to him at work about changing my hours a little bit. I go in at midnight, which I don't like. Tim, you're a nut. I've got standards, Tim. I got standards. I want things to be really good, and you don't even understand. I want to do something like that. I want it to be the best thing I can do, and I want it to be super tight and everything. And so it's just just I don't know. Like I said, I get in my own head. You guys don't even know. Did this with Lone Wolf. Went over the script a million times. Was putting the book together. It just got in my head, and I was like, oh man, I want this to be so good. I want this to be so good. Yeah. Gotham thought Drifter was your Christian name. Yeah. Oh, I hate coughing. I promise it's not the Rona. It's not the Rona. Huge says I'm working on 1 for 6. Cool. Very cool. I would show you guys how I do things, but last time I tried, it was all screwed up. But I think that's going to be it for me today. I've streamed almost an hour. I'm hungry. Guess it's going to be about supper time. I didn't eat no lunch today because I was asleep. Oh, but, like I said, I appreciate all you guys. You're good people, and appreciate you all for sticking with me and being an encouragement. Sometimes I get really disappointed in all this stuff and get really upset. Skinny knows. I vent to Skinny on the regular. He's a good dude. And if you don't know Skinny other than his random Twitter post, then you don't know the dude at all. He comes across kind of rough sometimes because he just tells you what he thinks. But he's a really, really good dude. Deep down where it matters, down in here. He's a really, really, really good dude. He's not here, so I can say that. Oh, I didn't mention it earlier, but Casty Blonde. Casty, like I said, man, anytime, drop your links in the chat, buddy. Casty's got his comics on Amazon right now. Point Man Comics 1 and 2. Casty is a hard-working dude out there cranking out books, getting good artists together. If you need any help with books, he's a dude to ask. He can help you find artists. He can letter books for you. You can pay him. He's getting pretty good at letters. So hit him up. Bunnerdome says Skinny is one of the funniest people I know. He is. He's a blast, man. Timothy is Latin for loves rabbits. Vicky says my name is Latin for always victorious. Igthus says so true, Doug. Skinny is the coolest dude. You're pretty cool too, Igthus. I don't know you as well, but every time I've ever talked to you, you've just been like the coolest dude. I think next weekend, next Saturday, we'll have Igthus on here, and he's going to talk about something he's working on. And he's a really good dude. So if you don't follow him on Twitter, go and give him a follow. He's got a really cool little Ninja Turtles inspired project. I'm really digging the look of it. Can't wait to see it finished. But he'll be here. We'll talk to him next Saturday. But I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Y'all's good people. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Be safe out there in this old crazy world, and I'll see you later. Bye.